ॐ दुर्गे स्मृता हरसि भीतमशेषजन्तोः स्वस्तै स्मृता मतिमतीव शुभां ददासि दारिद्र्यदुःखभयहारिणि का त्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्द्रचित्ता. My dear devotees, this shloka is the part of Durga Saptashati. The meaning goes like this: O Mother Durga, bless me. I invoke you with my deepest devotion. Please remove the endless worldly fears from the mind. I hail you from the purest heart. Please shower my life with every kind of auspiciousness and prosperity. I seek your generosity because you are the one who removes poverty, pain, sorrow, and fear from lives. I am grateful for your divine heart, which is with full of mercy and compassion towards the every being. See what a beautiful shloka which comes from Devi Bhagavata, that is Durga Saptashati or Chandi. Durga is the name of a universal mother which is worshipped especially in India, Nepal, and other parts of the few other in and around neighboring countries of the India, and especially in Hinduism. Of course, Mother Durga, it is not confined only to Hindus or any religion. Any human being, if he or she prays for Mother Durga, seeking the help, definitely she helps. And the beauty, the grand meaning of this shloka, please bless me, let me have deep devotion. From that, what happens? All my worldly fears from the mind will be removed. And please be kind, and by that, I can have auspiciousness and prosperity. We all want prosperity and good. And also, I seek your generosity because by that, by your compassion, my poverty, my pain, my sorrow, and fear of death, everything can be conquered. Means the materialistic progression and also spiritual upliftment both can be attained by worshipping Mother. And who is she? When we think of Mother, immediately we think, oh, she is the slainer. She is the killer of demons. That's what many times we feel. Of course, she has killed demons, Rakshasas, no doubt, but more than that, she is a mother with full of compassion, with full of mercy. So many times people say, oh, in that Durga Saptashati, Saptashati means Sapta means 7, Shata means 100. So 700 shlokas. The 700 shlokas are attributed to Mother Durga. There it is full of killing. She killed Shumbha, one demon by name Shumbha, Nishumbha, Mahishasura, Madhu, Kaitabha, Chanda, Munda. There are so many demons. Demons were killed by Mother. That is the story of that. It is with full of blood. It is with full of himsa. It is with full of pain, probably. Why should we read it? So, this question can come for us. There is no wonder in that. Why? Because when we read these things at superficial level, that's all we can understand. And we need not to feel great in that. Why? Because even Swami Yatishwaranandaji is one of the great monk of Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission. He was in Europe and in Germany, where he spread Vedanta. Due to World War, he had to go back to India. He had traveled across the world to spread the Vedanta. He is known as the knower of Brahman, Brahmagnani. When his guru, Swami Brahmanandaji, asked him to recite Durga Saptashati every day, he said, "Oh, teacher, you are asking me to read this Durga Saptashati that is with full of killing, that is with full of wars, narration of wars mostly. I don't want to read that because I don't like killing. I don't like himsa. I don't like war. So I don't read it. I don't like to read. Can you excuse me?" Swami Brahmanandaji, the mental child of Manasika Putra of Sri Ramakrishna, he tells, he laughs and he says, "My dear, at surface level, whatever you say, it is true, but you go deeply into this, you will understand. So just kindly listen to me and keep chanting this Durga Saptashati every day for 3 years without fail, not even a single day. Then you will understand what all things you'll get it." And this particular teaching it was given by his Guru Swami Brahmananji to his disciple Swami Yatishwarananji. When Swami Yatishwarananji, as a young novice, when he told, I'm unable to control my mind. I'm unable to control my thoughts. And at the same time, probably turn towards the God. I'm unable. So, can you give me a suggestion? Or can you give me the plan? Can you give me technique by which I can do it? Then Swami Brahmanji said, try to read Durga Saptashati every day. And Vishnu Sahasrama, both was told by Swami Brahmanji. So afterwards, Swami Yatishwanji Maharaj says, slowly, when I started reading and when my mind soaked in this Durga Saptashati, the thoughts and ideas, so sublime thoughts are there in that. I started understanding. I started understanding the significance and efficacy of it. By the grace of Mother, I was able to control my mind, control my thoughts, control my instincts, and I was able to progress in my spiritual life. So someone want materialistic progression. I want to be a rich person, or I want to achieve something in my life, whatever the goals may be, or I want to have a problemless life, less problems at least. Problemless life is not possible. Less problems. I want either spiritual progression or materialistic progression. If they chant this Durga Saptati every day without fail, even for 3 years, they will be able to get that. And that is not my words. And this has been told in the Durga Saptashati only. And the Sanatana Dharma, either the Hinduism or the Vedanta, it is so sublime. Because the religion is intuitive religion. The Sanatana Dharma is intuitive religion. Even the scriptures are also very intuitive. So this Durga, my today's whole talk will be based on this Durga Saptashati. This Durga Saptashati is the part of Devi Bhagavata, and Devi Bhagavata is the part of Markandeya Purana. Among 18 Puranas, which is authored by Vedavyasa, great sage Vedavyasa, among them one Purana, one mythology is known as Markandeya Purana. In the Markandeya Purana, one part is Devi Bhagavata. In the Devi Bhagavata contains this 700 slokas. So based on that, I will be explaining the philosophy of the motherhood. And if you see the overall, worshipping the mother, worshipping the feminine as a universal mother, it is prevalent in many religions. It is prevalent in Hinduism. It is prevalent in Christianity. It is prevalent in Jainism. It is prevalent in Buddhism also. And few other tribal religions. We can see worshipping the universal God in the form of mother, it is very, very common and it is very prevalent too. And it is easy to get the boons from the mother. When you go and ask something to father always examines. He questions whether do you need it really? Is it required really? He uses his discrimination strongly most of the time. Whereas mother, out of compassion, love, she gives away. Sometimes she also questions, she also uses her discrimination, no doubt, but many of the time, with love and compassion, she gives away. And it is easy to get things, our desires fulfilled with mother than father in generally, of course. So when we worship the universal God, the God in the form of universal mother, it will be very easy to get our boons granted, to get our desires fulfilled. And every this mythology has got three different meanings. One is mythological stories, which we all understand by just general reading, a surface level of understanding. The second thing has got, it has got deep philosophical truths, second angle of these mythological stories. And the third is, it has got deep spiritual significance and spiritual meaning too. When we understand the philosophy and spirituality behind these things, then only we'll be able to understand, appreciate, and make use of it. Otherwise, it is only story for us. Otherwise, it is only killing, or it can be a sort of novel, or it can be a sort of, it is a mythology, or it is a mythology. Many times, why this mythology came into existence? In any religion, there is a philosophy, sublime truths. And many people cannot comprehend that philosophy. For that, you need some preparation. You need good amount of study. So common people, where they're busy in their own lives, they feel, "Oh, it is difficult for us to understand this philosophy in toto." So to help them, the saints, the philosophers, they try to explain the sublime thoughts or sublime truth or philosophy in a story manner. A great saint, a great king, a great person who tried to imbibe that philosophy or the truths in his life. So, using his story, using his life story, narrating his achievements, narrating his life, they will try to tell what is dharma, what is religion, what is ethics, what is morality, what we are supposed to do and what we are not supposed to do, all these things. So that's what we see in the Puranas. Indian Puranas mythology is with full of such a rich literature. It is with a very rich literature, and it is not mere imagination, and it is not mere hypothetical thinking. Rather, it contains truth. Some exaggerations are there in that, no doubt, but it contains sublime truths, and it has got greater philosophical and spiritual meaning we should try to understand. The moment we understand, we'll be able to enjoy, we will be able to make use of it, we'll be able to draw the inspiration, motivation, significance, all these things from here. Now, in Hinduism, there are so many sects. Among them, one sect is Shakta sect. Shakta means the worshippers of Shakti. Shakti means the literal meaning is energy. Here it is not energy. Here Shakti means mother. One who thinks, one who philosophizes that mother is the ultimate, supreme. From her, the whole world has come. From her, I, you, every being has been emerged. She is the creator, she is the sustainer, and she is the dissolver or the destroyer. She is the Brahman. She is the, mother. The other name of Brahman, the other name of supreme truth is mother or Shakti. That is what the Shakta sect. And in the Shakta sect, this Durga Saptashati book comes. And there, if you see, there Lakshmi, Kali, and Saraswati, three deities have been represented or has been described. And Lakshmi means she is a goddess of wealth, we know. And Kali means she is the goddess of destruction. And Saraswati means goddesses of learning. This is the general meaning we know. But here, if you go little deeply, a great philosopher by name Bhaskara Muni, he has written a commentary on these things in the name of Gupta Mati, and he was a great follower of or worshipper of Mother. There he says that, see, it is not simply Kali, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Here, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. So there is a difference according to him. So from Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi and Brahma has been emerged, it seems, according to him. And from Mahakali, Saraswati and Ishvara has been emerged, and Mahasaraswati, Gauri and Vishnu, the holy trio we say in Hinduism, this holy trio and their holy consorts have been emerged from this. And this Mahakali represents Tamas, Mahalakshmi represents Rajas, Mahasaraswati represents Sattva according to him. And what is this Rajas? What is this Tamas? And what is this Sattva? If you are following my Tattva Bodha lectures, or if you are following my Aprokshanubhuti lectures, you'll be able to understand. These are the three gunas, three qualities. According to the Sankhya philosophy, the whole world is made up of these three qualities, even including our personality. Someone is very morose always, someone is dull headed, is always interested in sleeping. Such a person has got a dominant quality is tamas. And someone is always active. He always is active. He wants to do that, he wants to do this, he is restless, he is high active and is ambitious. If such nature person, if you see, that is called rajas, activeness. And someone have a simple living. He wants to be always calm, quiet, serene, composed. He wants to spend his time in studies. He's not bothered much about the world or worldly attractions. Such type, and one who wants to lead a contemplative life, a pure life, or higher lives. Such a natured person is called sattva, sattvic personality. So these three universal forms of mother represents these three gunas, three nature or three qualities. Means what? The three gunas, the three qualities has been emerged from mother. The whole world is, whatever is existing in the world, either sentient or insentient, either conscious or matter, everything has been come from this universal mother, Durga or Kali or Lakshmi or Saraswati. So the great non-dualistic truth, Advaitic truth, that's what it has been told. So when we go deeply only, we'll be able to understand. And Mother Durga, for an example. Durga. Dur means what? Difficulties, problems, adverse circumstances. And Ga means removal. One who is a removal of difficulties, one who is a removal of afflictions, one who is capable of removing all our adverse circumstances, she is known as Durga. So why should we worship Mother Durga? To remove the difficulties in our life, to get rid of the problems, to get rid of the adverse circumstances, to get rid of the unhappiness. We should worship Durga, and she is the capable of doing it. Now, according to the story, if you go in this Durga Saptashati, there are three people. One is Sumedha, who is the sage, very intelligent person, wise person. And even if you see the meaning of it, Medha means highest faculty of the mind. Intelligence, oh, is such an intelligent person. It is much more than intelligence. It is called Medha. It is intuitive. Now, for example, we are seeing so many things, secret of the universe we want to try to understand. What is metal? How did it came into existence and all? So they want to, the person who tries to understand the secret behind all these things, underlying truth, such persons are known to be as Medhavi people. Means, for example, in Mundaka Upanishad, a disciple asks, Kasminno Bhagavo Vignate Sarvavidam Vignatam Bhavati iti. Oh Guru, you are giving so much big list. So in Indian ancient Gurukula system, education system, 64 subjects they had to read. So you are giving a big list of subjects. Kindly tell me, if there is a one subject, if there is a one knowledge, by knowing that everything will be known or all things will be known, everything will be learned, kindly teach me that subject, kindly give me that knowledge. What a beautiful idea. What a grand idea. And of course, it can be shortcut too. See, that means his intellect has been awakened in a different way. He is trying to understand by knowing which everything will be known. So this is what a sort of intuitive thinking. So here Meda means that one. And Sumeda, Samyak Meda, it is with full of righteous thinking, a right faculty of intuition. Of course, intuition is always right, no doubt, but sometimes people can use for wrong things, but it is this person is using for always righteous things, always for right things, always for good things. Is a Sumedha, is a sage, and is a Viveki, the person who has got discrimination. What is right? What is wrong? What I should do? What I should not do? He knows it and he has put into practice. He is a sage. He is the guiding force, is the teacher in this Devi Bhagavata. The other two people are Suratha, one is Suratha, the other is Vaishya or Samadhi. Suratha is the king actually. He was ruling his kingdom because the minister, chief in commander, and some relative, I mean, probably some officers or aristocratic members of our family, the king's family, they all made a plan, and this Suratha, the king, was kicked out from the kingdom. He was away from the kingdom. Though he was a king, but because of these people, devious plan, he had to come out from the kingdom. He has lost his kingdom. So, as per the story. And this Samadhi or Vaishya is, he was a very rich, a rich business person. He was doing his business and he was a millionaire. Since he was millionaire, everyone used to like him, everyone used to love him, and they used to feel so much happy, proud to speak with him. Probably in the modern days to have a selfie with him. But slowly, but unfortunately, because of a loss in the business, he had gone bankruptcy. The moment he became bankruptcy, who were the people who used to admire him, who used to love him, who used to like him, they started maintaining distance. The external people started maintaining distance is understandable, but even their own family members, their own relatives, friends, they started maintaining distance. And one fine day, he was deserted alone. One was he lost the kingdom, the other person was deserted by his own family members. He was kicked out from his home, from his house. So these two people meet each other. Surata was well-built personality, but he was unable, he knows what to do and what not to do, he was unable to put into practice. And this Samadhi or Vaishya, he was a great Gnani. He was a knowledgeable person. He knew what to do and what not to do, but his physical body was not such strong. So, hence, as a result, he was unable to practice. He was unable to put into practice whatever he knew. See, if you, the philosophical meaning, if you go, so one person has lost his kingdom, other person has lost his home and his friends and dearest relatives, family members. So this is the hardcore truth of the life, or bitter truth of the life. When we are strong, when we have got wealth, name, fame, everyone will come to us. But when we are alone, when we don't have these things, how many people will come to us? That's one thing. Second thing, after losing the kingdom and the relatives and the house, both are depressed. Both are feeling inferiority complex. Both are feeling bad about themselves. So this type of mental problems, psychological problems, we all face. So this Suratha and Samadhi, they represents all our problems. And Ratha means chariot, means here, if you go deeply meaning, that means what? Body. Body is a chariot. Kathopanishad we can remember. Atmanam Ratinam Vidhi Shariram Ratamevatu. Atma, the soul, is the charioteer and the body is the chariot. In today's vehicle, BMW car, and I am the owner of it. So Suratha means he was a well-built personality. He has got a very good physics. And this Samadhi means what? Here, knowledge. He's a knowledgeable person. But though he was a knowledgeable person, when their own family members deserted him, he was unable to bear that shock. He was unable to bear that pain. He knew that the world is kshanika, it was momentary. Buddha says that. The whole world is with full of misery, with full of momentariness. He knew that, but still he was unable to put into practice. He was unable to get rid of these things. And whereas that when these two people had a problem and when they come, they come to forest and they were searching for peace, and they meet the sage called Sumedha, and Sumedha guides them. So Sumedha, one who is a realized person, one who is a knowledgeable person, and who has put the knowledge into practice. He listens to their stories and he guides them. Look, my dear disciples, please try to chant this Durga Saptashati, or please try to chant the God's name, Mother's name with all devotion, so that you'll be able to get rid of these problems. And they do chant for 3 years. So as a result, Surata gets back his kingdom and Samadhi gets back his house, and he was able to meet and join the family, and again he was able to start the business and have the riches and have the profit. Means one who chants mother's name, one who takes the shelter at the feet of divine, the divine will rescue us from all types of problems, maybe physical, mental, intellectual, moral, spiritual. All these problems can be taken care, will be taken care by divine's help. So we should have that faith, and we should take the shelter at the feet of the Lord, or at the feet of the mother in this particularly. So we may have a strong body, we may have a strong mind, but both should be clubbed, and if it put to practice, then we'll be able to progress in the life. But all the time, it is not that easy. We all know what to do. We all know what not to do. But whatever we are supposed to do, we are not doing. Whatever we are not supposed to do, many times we are doing it. Contrary. Then we need sometimes divine's help, sometimes great people's help, saints' help, teachers' help. So that's what here it has been shown. And now let us try to understand these so many demons and why mother killed these demons. Instead of killing, there was no other way. For example, I became a thief. I was stealing. When I started stealing, when initially I starts, the consciousness will be pricking and it will be telling, look, you are stealing someone's property, someone's house, or someone's the property or the matter or the things which belongs to someone. It is not right. Please don't do. Please don't do. Please don't do. My consciousness will be telling again and again. My heart will be telling again and again, it is not right, don't do, don't do. But still, I suppress it and I continue my bad work. Once, twice, thrice, four, 5 times, when I repeat it, then it becomes an habit. Then I will give all excuses and all wrong logics. So the consciousness it told me not to do, that is a form of God. The God has come in the form of consciousness, and it is he or she, or it is guiding us what to do and what not to do. But we don't listen. So similarly, here also for the demons, when they are doing mistakes, when they did bad deeds, when they killed people unnecessarily, when they tormented the people unnecessarily, the mother or God has come in the subtle form, or in the conscience, in the form of conscience, or in the form of some other people, family people or teachers. They would have said, warning, you don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. In spite of giving so many times warnings, they continued doing it. And they were all powerful, with all strength, with all might, with all intelligence. And they were doing all wrong things against ethics, against morality, against social ethics, individual ethics. And people were tormented, people were killed, people were unnecessarily troubled. So to protect the people, then finally mother or God, they have to kill these demons. By killing, what happens actually, even these demons also get temporary liberation, or even according to the scriptures they say, because when the mother or God in the form of mother or father, they comes and they kill, definitely these, even the demons, will get moksha, mukti, or realization. So this is the philosophy behind it. This is the philosophical sublime truth we have to understand. Once we understand this, then we don't feel that, okay, it is with full of war, it is with full of himsa, it is with full of bloodshed. We will not understand. We will not feel, or we will not have a wrong conception or misconception. Now, there are 6 sets of Rakshas or demons in this Durga Saptashati. One is Madhukaitaba. These are the two demons. They go always together by name Madhu and the Kaitaba. Madhu means if you, and these people used to do thousands of years tapas, penance, thousands of years sitting and doing meditation. And they get special boons from the gods and goddesses and again attack the people, either in the earth or in the heaven or in the different worlds. And people were, again, they were facing difficulties, getting tormented by these people. And Lord Vishnu had to fight with them. And many times, once it so happened, he was gone fighting for thousands of years, but finally, he got tired and he said, Vishnu himself, look, I got tired of, fighting with you people. I'm not able to control you, or I'm not able to have a victory in the war. So I will give one boon, whatever you want, you ask. And this Madhukaitava, since they had done a lot of penance, they had so much special powers. When with the ego, these people said, look, Vishnu, who are you to give boons for us? We will give boon for you. Whatever you want, you ask. Then Vishnu, he was waiting for this chance. Then Vishnu says, look, I want to kill you. I was unable to. Kindly tell me the secret by how I can kill you, how I can slay you. Then they were forced to tell. They said that where there is no water, you can kill there. Then on the lap, he took them and he killed. And how it happened? Because so many times they were unable, Devatas, the celestial beings, they were unable to kill. So the celestial beings, they requested Mother, kindly cover their intellect, cover their discrimination, cover their intellect, cover their intelligence of this Madhukaitaba, so that somehow we can kill them. So when Mother covered their intelligence, their thinking, so they got mesmerized or they got wrongly motivated. And when Vishnu asked, what do you want? Instead of asking the boon, they said that we will give a boon. He was waiting, and Vishnu asked the boon that how can I kill you? And they gave a plan, and according to that plan, they were killed. And this Madhu means, Madhu, if you see the Sanskrit meaning, it is a honey. Kaitaba is honey bee. Honey is so tasty, no doubt. Honey bee, with so much difficulty, it collects honey, but it becomes someone's property. And similarly, when we don't follow things properly, rightfully, morally, how much ever we do hard work, they were doing a lot of hard work, penance they did. All this with strong willpower, they did a lot of penance and lot of merits and lot of powers, boons, everything they acquired. But all this thing was used in a wrong direction, in a wrong way. As a result, they became the threat for the society, and God had to come and kill them. So we should have a strong body, we should have a strong mind, we should have a strong willpower, no doubt, but that is not alone is enough. That has to be channelized properly. That has to be channelized in right direction. That's the one thing. And Mother, because of her power, she covered their thinking. And same thing has been told in Gita also. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mamamaya Duratteya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. This Agnana, ignorance is there. It is very difficult to remove it. Because of this ignorance, again and again we are taking birth and death. If you want to get rid of this, then it is the only way is to take shelter at my feet, so that I will help you to get away from this samsara, from the cycle of birth and death, or for realization from the bondage. So these people, though they had a strong power, strong mind, strong willpower, but everything was used in a wrong direction. As a result, what happened? They were killed. And Madhukaitaba represents Mala. Mala means dirt. Here, dirt means what? Mental impurities. Mental impurity. Because of the mental impurities, they were not able to discriminate what is right and what is wrong, in spite of having so much energy, and they were killed. And the second type of demon was Mahishasura. Mahishasura represents lust and greed, lust and grudge or lust and greed. Because of desires, you see what happens when the desire is not fulfilled. It leads an anger. Because of anger, my discrimination, loss of discrimination happens. Because of loss of discrimination, I will start doing wrong things. Because of that, my personality will be ruined, or my character will be ruined, and because of that, I will welcome so many dangers. And this is what we can see in the Mahishasura. And this Mahishasura has got Avarna. Because of lust and greed and anger, his mind was covered with ignorance. And so, though he was a strong person, he was a strong willed person, he had got special power, special boons, and all, but still, again, it was used in a wrong direction. It's tormenting people, tormenting the society, tormenting the mankind, etc., etc. So he represents hatred, he represents lust, he represents ego, he represents obstination, all these things. We have got these qualities also. So every action has got reaction. So his all bad actions got bad reactions, and he was finally killed. Because of him, his commanders, his ministers, his whole family, his whole group was also killed by the goddesses. And the third group of demon is Shumbha and Nishumbha. Shumbha and Nishumbha represents Vikshepa. I mean, Vikshepa is wrong understandings, good and bad, right and wrong, unhappiness and happiness, all this pleasant and unpleasant, all these dualities. These dualities is represented by Shumbha and Nishumbha. Because of loss of discrimination, because of Vikshepa, understanding something else, there is something, but understanding as something else. Because of that, there were always wrong judgments in these people. Because of wrong judgments, because of misperception, wrong perception, we suffer in the life. Oh, I thought something like this, but today only I came to know, no, that was not right. I misunderstood someone. As a result, we had a clash. I thought he's a good person, she's a good person, but now only I came to know that he or she is not so. Because of perceptions, either right or wrong, we suffer and we struggle. And the Shumbha Nishumbha represents for this perceptions, wrong perceptions. Because of wrong perceptions, wrong opinions. Because of wrong opinions, wrong judgments. Wrong judgments. Because of wrong judgments, their actions also will lead to wrong actions. And from that, they will incur sin. So the Shumbha and Nishumbha is representing Vikshepa, wrong understanding, or wrong judgments. From that, it leads to wrong actions. Because of that, they incurred lot of sin. And the fourth type of Rakshasa, fourth group of Rakshasa was Dhumra Lochana. Dhumra. Lochana is sight. Dhumra means smoke. For example, if there is a lot of smoke in the room, I will not be able to see what is there in front of me. So, like that, because of desires, worldly desires, because of wrong thinking, so his mind was colored. His mind was, blind. He was blind, not physically, but intellectually. As his perceptions, his opinions, everything was deluded by wrong thinking. As a result, again, he became the threat to the society and to the humankind. So finally, he also had to be killed. So, because of wrong actions and wrong perceptions, one will be get perished. That's what we can see in Dhumra Lochana. Means perception is very, very important. The whole Advaita speaks of that wrong understanding, adhyasa. Because of wrong understanding, that's the only one mistake we have done. Because of this wrong understanding, we are suffering in the life. We are taking birth again and again and again and again. So ignorance is the greatest enemy for all of us. Remove from the help of knowledge. With the help of knowledge, remove the ignorance. Then you are free person. You are the happiest person. You are the blissful person. But unfortunately, in the whole of life, we are trying to understand. We are trying to search this happiness and bliss in the external things, in the people, in the world, and so on and so forth. Because of wrong understanding, wrong perceptions, we are struggling, we are struggling, we are struggling. Dhumra Lochana. We have been blinded. So because of wrong perception, here also, his mind is blinded, his understanding has been blinded by wrong perceptions. I mean, his sight is not purified sight, so he has done all the wrong things, immoral things. As a result, he incurs sin and is fit to be killed. Then, other type of asura was Rakta Bija Asura. It is very famous name is Rakta Bija Asura. Rakta means blood. He had a special boon, it seems. Even if one drop of blood, if it is fallen on the ground, immediately one Rakshasa. He's like him, one more Rakshasa with same power, with so much will, with so much strength used to come. Now imagine at least 4 5 liters of blood is there in our body for an argument's sake. If every drop of that blood, if it has been oozes out, if it has been dropped, then so many thousands of asuras will take birth, thousands of demons will take birth. As a result, what happened? People will suffer, the humankind will be in great distress, great danger. And this Raktabija Asura was also killed by mother. Means this Raktabija Asura represents actually desires. Because of one desire, to fulfill that desire, I do some action. Because I do some action, the action in our Karma Yoga, we have discussed all these things. Because of that action, it produces fruits to enjoy or suffer, to experience that fruits of action. While experiencing the fruits of action, one more action I do to experience. While experiencing that one more action, like that, it keeps on continuing and it will become a chain and it will bind me. So one desire will lead to another, that desire will lead to another, that desire will lead to another. Like for example, when we were small children or when we were kids, we wanted small toys or chocolate or something, few things. Then we were thinking we should become big and we should finish our education and all. Once we finish our education and we start working, then only we understand that our, student life was golden life. Then when we're at the frag end of the education, we think most of us, oh, if we get a lucrative job, permanent job, settled job with a good salary, less work, less stress problem, it is nice. And we get a job. Afterwards, again, so many other wants we feel, two-wheelers or four-wheelers, our own house, family, then third, this, like this, one after another is a necessity or a desire. We keep on fulfilling, we keep on trying to fulfill, but it gets never fulfilled. So, because of one desire, so many desires will be linked. So many desires will come out, will be sprung or will take birth because of that. So, this Raktabijasura is like that. One drop of blood, his drop of blood from his body can spring, can bring one more Asura. So, 100 ml of his blood has been spilled over earth means then so many Asuras will come. Maybe 100 drops if it has got 100 ml. If so, 100 Asuras will come. So, but mother killed him, means mother controlled him. So, if we take the shelter at the feet of divine, what will happen? We will be able to have a control over our desires. Desire is the greatest strength, no doubt. It has the greatest force, no doubt, but it has to be controlled and it has to be channelized in a right direction. Building a dam for river is very important, no doubt. But after building the dam, if you don't channelize it, what happens? It fills the water, and at some point of time, when it comes to its brim, then if you don't reopen the channels, canals, what happens? Then the dam breaks. So, controlling the mind, controlling the desires, controlling the thoughts, controlling the instincts are very, very important, no doubt. But at the same time, it has to be channelized, it has to be properly motivated. So this Raktabijasura represents with full of desires. If you take the shelter at the feet of Mother, Universal Mother, she will help us to control the desire. She will be able to keep the desires in checking. And the one more group of Asura is Chanda and Munda. What is this Chanda and Munda? Chanda represents passion, cruelty, violence, and Munda represents intelligence and inner conflicts. See, violence and inner conflicts. It is also cruelty. Someone has got a lot of strength, but all his strength is used to, to disturb people, to trouble others. That is also very bad. And a lot of you have got inner conflicts. On the lighter side, it is a fact also. When we want to join the monastery, we will undergo a lot of conflicts. First, initially, slowly, the desire will come. And slowly, at some point of time, we think that, okay, we'll become monk. We would like to become monk. Okay, fine. Should I become or not? Well, we keep on thinking, then philosophical thinking. If I take this monastic life, then what about my parents? And parents are a veritable manifestation of God, as our Vedas have said. So am I doing wrong thing then? So that conflicts goes on for some time. Then philosophical explanations or reading scriptures or trying to get clear from the monks or from the sages, great people, that is over. And the second thing, then am I really interested in this? How much I am serious? That can go. Okay, I'm serious. Taking this beautiful life is a wonderful, no doubt, but am I capable? So inner struggle, inner conflicts. So we need a confidence. Then only we can take this monastic life. It is not that easy. People may think that, oh, this people's life is very easy and all. It is not. If you have to lead a proper life, you have to face a lot of difficulties, lot of struggles, either in the ashramas or in the personal life or in the administrations, in all the ways. You have to face a lot of struggles and lot of difficulties too. So a lot of conflicts do come in us. So that conflicts is represented by symbolically by Munda and cruelty. We have got a lot of passion. Someone has got passion to become an artist. Someone has got a passion to become a political entrepreneur. Someone has got a passion to become monk. Someone has a passion to become a great athlete. It's a great force, but it has to be used in a proper direction. Hitler, he had a passion, but probably that was used in a wrong way sometimes. So this Chanda and Munda represents cruelty, passion, violence, and intelligence in a wrong way or inner conflicts. If you take the shelter at the feet of Mother, if you seek the guidance from the universal Mother or from the divine, then your intellect is properly directed and your inner conflicts will be resolved and you'll be able to reach the final destination, whatever you think. So all these Rakshasas, if you see, 6 groups are there, and also these 6 Rakshasas represents 6 places in our body which are called Shat Chakras. In Kundalini Yoga, we all speak Kundalini Shakti. So each Rakshasa represents, there is a one of the interpretation that 6 Rakshasas represents 6 chakras. So when you keep on controlling your particular instincts, when you keep on progressing spiritually, then with the help of Mother's grace, divine grace, Mahamaya, you'll be able to go to the Sahasrara. Then you'll be able to understand Samadhi. You will attain Samadhi. Means what? You will understand who am I, or you will understand God realization or self realization. So this is what the philosophical and the spiritual interpretation, philosophical and spiritual significance of Durga Saptashati or motherhood. You may have problems with ignorance or lust or anger or greedy or jealousy, ostentation, wrong thinkings, and I'm helpless because of my personality or character. All these things can be checked. All these things can be controlled, channelized, and reach our goal when we take the divine self, when we take the shelter at the feet of Lord, or when we take the shelter at the feet of Universal Mother. This is what the spiritual and philosophical significance of motherhood and also of Durga Saptashati particular scripture. And also we can remember here Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, Rudra Granthi. So these are the knots, very, thick knots. It is not that easy to be released. When these 3, according to Tantra Shastra, these 3 knots are released, then you'll have a God realization or self-realization. And if you see the Durga Saptashati, Pratamadhyaya is told by Brahma Rishi, and the Madhyama Adhyaya is told by Vishnu Rishi, and the Uttama Adhyaya is told by Shiva Rudra Rishi. Means what? So when we chant these shlokas with a devotion, this Brahma Granthi, Rudra Granthi, and Vishnu Granthi will be removed, or that knot will be loosened, or it will be removed. Then these 3 granthis has been removed. What happens? I will attain realization, or I will attain self-realization or God realization. I will have the experience of the transcendental truth. That's what we mean here. You see, our scriptures are not mere mythological truths. It is not mere mythology. It has got great deep thinking, deep philosophical shades of meaning, spiritual importance for that. But unfortunately, many times we don't know, we don't study, we read, we don't study. That's the reason we don't understand. May the wish you all happy Navaratri, happy Dasara, happy Durga Puja. May the Universal Mother bless all of us so that in whatever the walk of life we are there, to reach our goals, to become the better human beings, and to attain the highest thing that is called God relation or self relation. Let the Universal Mother bless all of us and help us to take care of our life and to reach our goals, either in the materialistic life or in the spiritual life. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.